think I still got that 7 day.
Oh, I linked mine already. I'm
Oh, all
good.
right. So we live.
Yeah, we
Back,
live.
back recent. We just got on. We back again. Had to get a quick little first round recap. If y'all didn't get a chance to catch the live reaction last night, definitely go over to Jude page and catch that. Unofficially retired on YouTube. He lasted as long in the first round. Oh, pause. That's gonna be a clip. That's gonna be a clip. But yeah, he streamed as long as he could, man. The draft is entirely too long. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah,
Man,
hey, after y'all got out of there, you were a real one for even going to 15, 16. So I commend you for that, most definitely. But quick little wrap up today, before we get out of here. Just pretty much gonna go through the picks briefly, give a little grade, say a little spiel. But before we get into that, anybody in specific that you feel like is a winner and a loser before we really look at all the picks?
the winners are the two guys sitting right here with the two guys behind them.
Oh, for
Feel me?
sure.
We got two picks in the first round. Beautiful. I think the Giants and the Falcons won. I think that's easy though. I think that's easy to see. Um, Let me see if I see some other winners. I think the Ravens actually getting Malachi Starks, needing another safety, and he slid. I think that's a good win. And I think the real only loser per se is probably like Pittsburgh. Like your quarterback was sitting there. They has to line it up. You funny. Let's do it. I'm with it. No, I think the real loser is Pittsburgh, if I'm being honest. Like your quarterback was sitting there. I understand you didn't make a bad pick. Aaron Harmon is a good football player. I just your quarterback sitting there, bro. You don't have one. And Cleveland got a shot to do it because they got two. They got two second round picks. They got 33 and 36. So it's like they got the chance to right their wrongs. Y'all don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if I get it.
I understand that. Like you said, with Pittsburgh, definitely kind of blew me a little bit. Like you said, they got a good player, but you need a. I don't know. Cause I just feel like y'all have been needing this same need for a little minute now. So why not get it? Because usually, they really right here where they at the 20th range, and there really ain't no quarterbacks that you want to pick. I seen something earlier. They said maybe Kenny Pickett kind of threw them off, but like, come on, bro. Kenny Pickett and Shador ain't the same. Like, you can't judge them off of where they at in the draft or where you're at. Like, that's just where you happen to be picking at. That don't mean they two the same with a caliber of quarterback. But I don't know. Who else did I really? I mean, the Saints. I had to throw them in there. I feel like,
Oh yeah.
what are y'all doing? Like, bro, y'all had took an O lineman or a D lineman like every year. At some point, you got to have somebody back there like you got all this protection for who? Because Derek Carr staying hurt and he looking like he really don't even want to be there no more. And the Saints fans really don't want him to be honest anyway. And I know
Not the
they
ones I know.
Yeah, and I know they ain't really like instilling no confidence in the fan base with throwing Rattler out there. So why not get? I heard that they like Dart over Shador too, though. So I don't care which one they got, and we'll talk about Shador as well. But I just feel like they should have got one. But like you said, both of us are winners. We not really just saying that because of those are our teams, but like two edge rushers or linebackers that we got. I mean, that's our number one need. Then y'all got pretty much the best player in the draft on top of getting a quarterback that don't even got to play next year. He can really just sit and learn. So I feel like, man, double dip.
Close to nothing.
It's always good, period. But it's like when you address a need, that's wonderful right there.
No, I agree. I don't know. I've been telling people the point of the draft is to leave your fan base leaving with delusion and grandeur. Like they should be like, oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna say Super Bowl. I ain't that damn delusional. But we gonna compete every single game. They should feel like that after the draft or after the offseason per se. And if they didn't, your GM didn't do their job. So I'm getting there. We letting Joe cook. This time he ain't burning the house down.
I wasn't even excited at all for the draft. Like I said, I've been on the NBA. I ain't really been on. I'm up on the prospects, but I'm like, man, whoever we get, we get. I didn't really fall in love with no prospect. But I like Jalen Walker from the get go, and then to go back in and get Pierce Jr., I'm like, wow, like I can't believe we did something that makes sense. I thought we was gonna draft Shador, and then when we traded back in, I'm like, oh, they finna get Jackson Dart too.
Josh Shador, you funny as hell, bro.
I was like, man. He said Baker finna throw for 5,000, but he gonna be running for his life. Philly defense then got better. Ainks took Jalen Walker's son. Yeah, Philadelphia, both of them and Baltimore always feel like they always just sit right where they at and just get somebody that fail every single year, bro. It's
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Baker, they got
I agree with that.
Ohio State. What's his
They
name?
got in Mecca.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
He
nice of him. I ain't
crazy.
gonna lie.
No, he crazy. They gonna be nice.
Yeah, and then the lineman the Saints took, he pretty good, but he did get whooped up pretty bad when Texas played Georgia. I think like Jalen Walker had his best game of the year against him. So I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I wish bad for everybody in our division, but we're gonna talk about the pick. I think because it's one specific team I'm kind of looking at over there, really liking what they got going on. But let me pull this shit up, man. All right. Well, first pick was already a given. I'm pretty sure we both thought that. But how you feel about that?
I was gonna say before we move on from him, like, why don't people talk about that? Even one of my homies in the group chat just texted and was like, he like the most not talked about number one pick ever. Like, don't nobody say nothing good, don't nobody say nothing bad. He just, oh, we picked him. Like he picked 27 and not pick one.
I feel like when it's like kind of like not a thought, maybe it kind of loses its like its punch, maybe. Like I don't know how to explain. Like I mean, you 9 times out of 10 know who the number one pick is. Usually, I mean, last year it was a
Right, but
little
I feel
bit
like we still
kind of,
talk about it. Like Caleb,
I
we talked
don't know.
about Caleb, even though we knew Caleb was going first. Like we still talked about him. Don't nobody
I
talk about
guess
Cam Ward.
it wasn't even no competition for real though. It was like Tennessee going quarterback, and Shador kind of had got the flack on his name, so it's like we know y'all going Cam Ward. I don't even think Cam Ward really is like number one overall. I think just
Me neither.
for
For
this
this
class
class, who was
and the
picking
team,
first?
right? So that's probably why he said Temple got Mike Godwin, McMillan, Eddie McAlord. We need another corner. Nah, yeah, definitely. AJ can't cover everybody,
No,
but
facts.
maybe we can actually force him to throw the ball a little faster now. But I mean, I give Tennessee a solid, like I say it's an A, just for the fact, like I mean,
No, it's an A. I was just saying, like, I don't understand I guess the non-hype, but the nothing around Cam Ward. It's just nothing.
no, I think it's because of what we said though. It's like you're the number one pick for this draft. Like if
Yeah,
anything, Travis had like number two was really where it started, like the hype.
I feel that.
But yeah, so like to that pick, I had just told my partner like, I think I like what the Browns did because I think they got two picks like tonight, one first pick and then the third. So I like
Yeah,
that. Oh, you go to 5, get decent value still, you get somebody good. But I know Travis to Jacksonville, I like that better than him to Cleveland. I get that another A. I think the Jags really made a good trade, aggressive move by going up to get him. So I like that move for them.
agreed. I don't give a damn about that first round pick.
Yeah, nah.
I don't give a damn about it. I do agree. That's an A though.
What you
They
think?
said today he gonna play majority of wide receiver,
Okay,
and they
I was
gonna have
just gonna
some
ask you.
packages for him at corner. But
I
it
like
makes
that.
sense. Him and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, I thought it would have been the other way around to be honest. But now seeing who he go to, I mean, they don't got Christian Kirk no more. I don't think.
Right.
And then they
Yeah, I don't
lost
think so either.
tight Ingram. So yeah, they need some
Evan
weapons
Ingram.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, then we get to you guys. I know you gonna get that an A. I'm giving that an A as well. I mean, honestly, this is probably the best player in the draft.
Oh, well, I say him and Travis Hunter, like, is one of whoever you like as the best player in the draft, and
Yeah,
that's the only. I don't even really got to further explain. We know what he do. That might be, like I said yesterday, for people that ain't here. If he reach Micah Parsons level now, like he don't even got to get to better than he is now. If he reach where he is right now, nigga, I think he was worth that number 3 pick. I think
no,
that's
that's a good
yeah.
pick. like adding to a strength because like they got with the guys they just listed on their site right now. Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Thibodeau, because like y'all picked up his 5th-year option, like we talked about yesterday. I mean, he might not be that 1A, 1B, but he might be, good second wave of guys to come in. So I like that for y'all. Yeah, I like that. Like adding to a strength, might as well strengthen up a area of your team. Really, I ain't really see nowhere else for y'all to go with that pick anyway. If it wasn't quarterback, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Me and Frazier talked about this months ago. We pretty much knew the Patriots were going Will Campbell or definitely just O-line. I don't really too get particular with the O-linemen and know who better and all that because I don't really get into them. Like I'm not a scout. I don't scout O-linemen, but I'm not particular. Like just get somebody to protect Drake May. They brung in Diggs, so I thought the only other possibility could have been T-Mac, but I guess they feel comfortable with their wide receiver room, and I think that front line needs to be more addressed in the wide receiver. So I like that pick for them. I'll get out of A.
Agreed. I give it an A too. I think they said the only thing wrong with Will Campbell is arm short or something like that, arm length. I don't know, bro. I don't get into all that like you. Like
we talk about these guys.
I was gonna say, nigga, nigga, can you block or not? Is your arms long enough to block, nigga?
Right. Like that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing for real. I mean, it plays a factor, but like you said, can you block? And he was a beast in the SEC, and we know the level of competition he's going against week in and week out. So Drake May is definitely happy. And then this is the Browns pick they got. I was seeing a lot about Mason Graham, like he's a dog. I ain't really never too much watched him or know anything about him, but I mean the Browns with Myles Garrett on their line, you add somebody who with that pedigree's that I can't get at really a bad grade, and then you recuperate draft picks. So I get that an A.
No, it's definitely an A because it's the best player available at the time.
Yep.
Like Mason Graham, I was watching a little bit of his tape early because, as the season went on, the Giants kind of fluctuated between 1 and 5, 1 and 6, and it was like, all right, Mason Graham might be an option. I started to pay a little more attention to him. He is a guy that kind of commands a double team, though. I will say that.
Okay.
And even if he just do that and he free up Myles Garrett for more one-on-ones, be like, all right, you winning at that point. So I think he had a down year last year. The numbers won't match the production, but yeah, he cold still.
Yeah, I mean, physical, aggressive, quick off the ball, nonstop running his motor. That sounds like what I like on the D line. And then Myles Garrett, anybody who can come up, you're gonna get one-on-ones pretty much over there. I mean, he playing in the interior, so he probably eat up some double teams, but that's freeing Myles Garrett up potentially, or the other two guys on the line. So it's a win-win over there because I don't really know nobody else on their line over there.
Did they let Zadarius Smith go?
Yeah, I think Zadarius
he was there.
The Lions mid-season.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You're right.
Yeah, it's looking a slim over there. So. That's just the Browns pick, though. I could see like D-line I could see they just a nasty. They just defense.
And I could see them trading out of 2. Like before we move on, like I could see them trading out of 2 because they got DBs. It's like, all right, unless I'm gonna make Travis a strictly wide receiver, he want to play both. It's like shit. I might as well trade out this pick. Unless I'm gonna take Abdul Carter, I might as well trade out this pick, recoup these draft picks, like you said, and yeah, what we got? Take best player available at all positions now, at all spots now.
Yeah, they must have valued the extra picks over the other, like you said, Hunter or Abdul, knowing they could get Graham, and then, like I said, picking up the extra 2 spots. I guess they value that over one player, which you really can't go wrong either way. Like I said, all A so far with everybody's pick. Raiders, Genty, running back out of Boise State, Heisman finalist last year. I pretty much saw that as a fit, but like I said, I thought Shedeur and Tom Brady had something going on. Pause. There was a connection there, but I guess not with Geno being there. I don't think Geno being your quarterback should stop you from taking somebody, but I know they extended him. I don't know how long, so maybe that played a factor.
2 years, so I think he got 3 on this contract now.
Okay. But shit, I can't really get this anything less. I could just continue my A streak, to be honest, because Pete Carroll, we know what he liked to do, how he liked to coach. So I could just see that being like they Marshawn, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can nitpick it, I guess, but I don't really know what else to change it with.
I'm
That's
trying to
that's
be
where my
nice.
problem goes. It's like what
Are
do I
we? How
replace
you
him
feel
with?
about Genty? Like, do you feel like justified 6 right there? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, just because running backs can make that transition so smooth,
all right,
so it's like even if you don't got, even if he give you 4 good years, 5 good years, you know what I'm saying? You'll take that. He ain't got to give you 10 like a quarterback. So it's like, all right. I mean, as long as the first 5 was good, first 3 was amazing. Feel me?
right,
First one you want rookie of the year type shit, we'll be all right. They'll be all right. And I mean, that's Pete Carroll. He like to run the ball, so he gonna get his touches. Um, I think he is a guy that get better as the game go on. The more touches he get, so
right.
you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, like you said, I don't really know what to take it out with besides maybe receiver, but I guess they figure Brock Bowers will just be our number one, and we'll get some other guys secondary, and then we'll run the ball. So I like it.
who did they sign? I thought somebody came from Seattle with them. Maybe I was tripping. I like the Raiders did get a receiver, but you can move on.
They might have. I'm not sure. Jets end up going O line. I ain't mad at that pick. Like we talked about with Fields. They definitely gonna try to implement some quarterback rushing offense.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Glenn, I guess he come from Detroit, so he see how the O line and the run game can really affect the game. Um,
Agreed.
and then also you want to have pass protection for Justin Fields too. So I like that pick. It's not always the sexiest pick getting the O lineman, but it's needed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for situation and circumstance and not really player. I mean, the player good, but I think he is like a health concern. If I remember correctly.
I
But
like
other than that, I mean, good pick for the situation. Great pick. I think situation validates whether or not they should be picked this high a lot of times versus whether or not they actually that good. Because most teams don't draft best player available; they just draft for need.
Yeah,
The
need
best player available at the need that I have.
right. Yeah, I mean, I'll just continue. I'm a nice teacher. I give everything an A so far. I'm definitely gonna continue with the A's, like I was talking about, alluding to a team in my division that I really like what they're doing. T Mac with Carolina. I thought this might be a spot for Jalen Walker potentially or another pass rusher, but I like giving Bryce Young a number one. Um, they got Leggett over there, but I think he need to just be like the speed guy. And then you got a guy, now they got a 50-50 ball receiver. I like that pick, though. Like I said, I really can't even hate on that pick.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love this pick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a A+. You gotta give Bryce as many weapons as possible, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because like you said, they already didn't pay for the O line to get it ain't
man,
no
you pay for the O line. You took a shot at running back last year. I think you should try again this year. Because Jonathan Brooks towards ACL again. I think you should definitely shoot again for running back. And I like Chuba Hubbard.
I was about to say, is Hubbard still there?
Yeah, I like Chuba Hubbard. So now you got Ted McMillan, you got Xavier Leggett, Jalen Coker. I mean, it's a way better. And then Adam Thielen as your fourth receiver, not your first. There's a way better room than it was. So I love that move for them. Continuing to get the offense better. That defense will just naturally get better. I mean, Derek Brown, he was on with a torn pec last year, I believe. But he was gone all year, but I think it was a torn pec. And then J.C. Horn kind of started to come back on. He just got paid, so hopefully he worth every dollar they gave him for their sake. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, I love the move for them on offense. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I like that. Another division foe, but this time I'm not really liking what you did. It's not because of my hatred for you guys. It's just I don't understand having a need at quarterback repeatedly every year and not addressing it. At what point do we have enough O linemen? I mean, you guys have been drafting O linemen for the past 10 years, it seems like, and it ain't the player. There's like a situation where it ain't the player, it's it's like you said, it's a situation like who y'all pick based off of need.
Right.
So for that reason, I give it like a C plus B minus type of ordeal. But I just don't understand not taking a quarterback right here.
Me either, or at least some defense. Because I guess I'll grade this separately, where it's like, or I'll grade it on the curve and give him a B plus. Because I do think the player is that good, though. Like, I think he's a really good player, especially if we're going to pass the ball a lot. Like, pass protection for Kelvin Banks is what he do. But like you said, situation and what we really need or what we should probably attack, we didn't. You know what I mean? Like, or at least trade back if you're going to get him. Because he's there. Like, if you're looking at who's after you, Chicago, they not going linemen. They just improved their line. Maybe they do, but I doubt it. They probably was going a weapon regardless. And then San Francisco wasn't going line. Now Dallas went line, but were they going to take a tackle? No. They're probably going to go guard the way they did. It's just like you could move back, got some capital for that, and then when you got him. And I think it would have made a little more sense. Well, if it didn't make more sense, you at least got more capital out of it. Because I do think that everybody on their defense that's important is like 33 and older. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, nigga, well, you gonna get some young guns in here. And then I think, on offense, shit, you got one receiver, you got a running back who is still good but aging. You got a quarterback who supposedly is not supposed to play for the whole year, and y'all don't like him. Well, the fans don't like him. And I wouldn't like him as a teammate because he always throw hospital balls. So I just
Olave messed up last year.
Man, so it's just like I think two quarterbacks were sitting there for you and you didn't jump on that and you went tackle to block for nobody to throw the ball.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but like you said, just for the simple fact of the caliber of player, I mean, it's never really bad to add to your O-line, but damn, we've been doing it for so long. Who we protecting for at this point?
Right.
But Bears, I gotta watch more of this dude right here. I ain't really seen him, but I figured Ben Johnson first year he's drafted, he's offensive head coach. He just came from the best offense. He has a young quarterback, want to give him weapons, so it makes sense to draft, pass catching tight end. Makes sense. So I give it a B plus. Like, just I don't really know who this guy is, so I give it.
No, I go B plus along with you. I like Tyler Warren a little more. He's a little more versatile, but from what they said last night, it was like Tyler Warren is a guy you got to kind of warm up, like because he's so versatile. He did so much at Penn State. It was like he would play fullback, he'd play running back sometimes. He a full-time tight end, but he played fullback, running back. They might have him play a little quarterback. He has thrown a touchdown. I saw it. Like he did so much. He was like Taysom Hill kind of. And it was like I thought the Bears could have used something like that, but they went Colston Loveland, who a lot of people had ranked just as high as Tyler Warren. He's just a full-time tight end though. So I mean, I guess I'm not mad at it. I don't know much about Colston Loveland either though. I knew a lot more about Tyler Warren.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at before the draft. Somebody had put me on him, and I was like, okay, he looked like the best tight end in the draft. I had no idea it was even another guy, potential top 10 pick.
Right.
So I was a little lost. But it ain't a bad pick, like we said, giving Caleb another weapon. San Francisco, McHale, that ain't a bad pick either. Like, I already figured San Francisco is probably going to go D-line. That's just their MO. Yeah, I get at a little B. That's a solid B. I think it was other pass rushers in the draft that I probably would have went before McHale, though.
Yeah.
But, everybody liked it.
Yeah, B minus. I really want to say kind of like a C. I think they should have won offense. I think they should have won receiver. Y'all lost Debo, Ricky Pearsall. I mean, I guess he showed a little bit of promise, but he did get shot in the chest last year. So, maybe he's not all the way back 100%. Brandon Ayuk is still coming off the ACL. You trying to figure out whether or not you're going to pay Purdy, but wouldn't it be better to figure out if he's good, if he had the weapons and still did it or didn't do it? Maybe that's just me. You also lost Ufunga. I thought they was gonna go corner. They lost Ufunga as a safety. They lost Charvarius Ward at corner. I just, maybe it's me though. Maybe I'm tripping.
Will Johnson being hurt kind of messed up a lot of folks' board for real, and I think this receiver class kind of weak compared to other receiver class because like I don't even think we saw a wide receiver go besides like Travis. But the cornerback class too. I mean, the cornerback class more so favored towards the second round, but the wide receiver class
Agreed.
is like, wide receiver go for a little minute compared to like we usually see wide receivers like the first ones to go. But I mean, it's solid. But
And I can agree with that, but I don't know if he's best player available. If you say all of that, I still don't think he's best player available at the point.
Yeah, nah. What up, y'all? What's going on, my boy A1?
What up, man?
Hey, I know you liking them Falcons pick, A1. I know you like them. I know you cheesing right now. But Dallas, bro, that's just not a sexy pick. I get it. You want to get the Zach Martin replacement, but you putting this guy under a lot of pressure to like come in and be that. And I guess it's the logical pick, but like I don't know. Dallas just I think that might have been a GT spot.
I don't know if it's the logical pick per se. Because you don't need 5 great linemen.
Nah, you don't. But I mean,
but you need
retiring though, so I can see.
I feel you, but you do need your $60 million quarterback to have someone else besides your $30 million receiver to throw the ball to. You do need somebody for your $60 million quarterback to hand the ball off to, so he don't have to only throw the ball to your $30 million receiver because you don't got nobody else on the other side. But I love it. The same way you felt about the Saints, I love it. Go ahead. Have fun. Let me just put Abdul Carter over top of him and figure out life. You feel me? How about that?
Yeah. I mean, that is a good point. I guess maybe, like we said, maybe the class, the way it weighed out, maybe they thought we can go wide receiver second round. I don't know.
Which is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's also like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Running back is there too. Omarion Hampton, something. I wouldn't been mad at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at a C plus just off the fact that I know Zach Martin retired, but other than that, I'm not really smelling it. And I don't too much know about the player. He might be the best guard in this draft, but like you just said, bro, we need some skill position help over here. Like we got 4 good linemen per se. I don't know they line. We lost
3. Like we don't need. I'm just saying we don't. No NFL team has 5 great offensive linemen.
Yeah,
they just. I get it though, but it's just.
Yeah. Miami got a big interior lineman in Kenneth Grant. I like that for them. But I'm gonna give it a B minus. I just feel like Miami kind of coming up on that hump where everybody finna get out of there. They just spent money to kind of put into that team, and everybody really finna leave. So if you want to start being cheap somewhere, add some help to the line. Is Christian Wilkins over there still? Is he over there?
No, he's in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so they ain't really got who they got on the line over there.
Nobody. The only person I could think of, I think Shaq Barrett. Didn't he come out of retirement to play there?
And Jalen Phillips, he's nice, but he got hurt last year, I think.
He gets hurt every year.
They get hurt every year, so I don't really know who they got on the interior. Or they got the white boy on the interior. What's his name? I think his last name started with a Z or something. He pretty decent. But I mean, Kenneth Grant, I'm all for adding to the trenches. Miami just kind of is like they ain't really trenches oriented in my opinion. I would have damn near been an O lineman depending on what they line look like because Tua is gonna get. I don't know, but yeah,
I feel you though.
Yeah,
I don't know what you do though if you didn't. I was thinking corner. So for me, I mean, we gonna get there. Jahdae Barron. This is around the range for me from 11 to.
Ramsey finna leave.
Yeah, 11 to about 20 something is where I was gauging him. 11 to about 20, probably 20 on the head.
Yeah, I think motherfuckers will sleep on him. I feel like that's the best value pick in the draft, in my opinion. But we'll get to that.
And we'll get to that. They're gonna be so cold.
So Tyler Warren ended up going to the Colts. I like that. offensive head coach out there in Indy. Who Indy got a head coach?
Steichen.
Yeah, offensive head coach. You got to give whoever going to be quarterback out there. Like even NFL, you see they don't know. They say Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones. I honestly think Jones going to mess around and start.
I was about to say he will beat him out for that job.
I was about to say if it's a competition, I think he'll beat him.
We talking about practice. Or the AI nigga. We talking about practice. Oh, he'll beat him out of that job.
Yeah, the Colts ain't really got no bad team though, because I slick kept up with them a little bit, and they got some tight ends over there, but Tyler Warren's going to be a great addition to that offense. Like I said, we thought he was going to kind of go before Loveland, or at least knew more about him. But that's a good pick. I get out of B. That's solid.
I'm with you. It was a good safety blanket for whoever playing quarterback. They both need it.
Right, so. And I think this was a secondary spot originally too, because the Colts secondary is kind of so I thought that was kind of, like I said.
But they got Charvarius Ward.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
He took the bag. He went there.
Okay, cool. So that's decent then. And 15. We ain't got to really spend too much time talking about that. Atlanta they had to go defense. I like Jalen Walker. You can put him all over the field. Yeah, I mean, Georgia Bulldog leader. Everything's to like about it.
It's an A for me. I also thought Jahdae Barron could have went here. I thought if y'all would have went DB, it would have been okay too.
Yeah, I like Jahdae, but I felt like the pass rush, they just knew they had to do something about it. Like, you just have to. And then, I told you about our defensive coordinator, Ulbrich, coming over. He's a linebacker guy. So, Jalen Walker and him, like that being your first pick in your stint, that just makes sense to me.
Yeah. Now, you would know definitely way more than me.
Yeah.
So I definitely, I'm side with you on that one.
Yeah, that I feel like Mike, I heard that they really like Pierce here. That's what took them so long. They was trying to debate on trading back or Pierce or Walker, and they ended up going Walker. So it's kind of crazy the way it played out. I'm glad that because I don't think Jalen Walker would have made it if it was reversed. I feel like he probably would have went to 17 in Cincy, or even right here with Arizona. Walter Nolan. I seen him shooting up the boards like the later the process was going on. Yeah, I ain't really seen him, but I seen he had a pretty decent grade on him. But I give anybody who get their trenches together, Arizona out there, I like that pick for them. So I get that an A.
I agree. I get that an A, and I think even though I was talking a lot of shit and I said Dallas should have went receiver, if Dallas would have went D-line, because they said they was thinking about Walter Nolan that they picked. If they would have went here too, I'd have been like, cool. Because you just paid, I think his name is Dickie Zua. Just paid him. You got Micah coming up. Micah talk a lot of shit, but he ain't going nowhere. And then you would have had Walter Nolan right there, bro. Especially in our division. It's about being gritty and grimy in our division and building the trenches like that. I mean, you built them on offense, but I don't know. I think this Walter Nolan more of a value pick there.
Another thing about the Cowboys pick, like to go back, but Micah Parsons, if you watched the little live stream they was doing, he wasn't
happy. He wasn't fucking with it. It's been 2 years in a row. Every year he been on there, he do not fuck with their picks.
And they do some bullshit. So I don't know. I really feel like he wants some help.
Yeah, he wants some help, and he know what they need, because even after they didn't get a receiver, after Carolina got the receiver, he did that whole thing. CD, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Like he know what they need too.
Nah, facts. You know these players talk. Shit, CD probably like, man, I'm out here getting all the attention.
Man.
Yeah. Cincinnati went defense. Like I said, I think that probably would have been Jalen Walker if we didn't take him. But that makes sense to me though. Shamar Stewart, I've been hearing like ever since the pre-draft process, traits. Like that's all.
I was gonna say they took a gamble. That's all I got for you. They took a gamble. I'm gonna put it incomplete on this grade, nigga. I have no idea, because it could be an A+ and it could be an F.
Me too.
I don't think it's no in betweens with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go incomplete, just off the simple fact he's not a finished product right now. Now, if you can keep Trey Henderson there and y'all can develop him, they feel like they can develop him. Because if you're taking a guy like this, you obviously feel like you got the guys to develop him. So if they can do that and he turned out to be what he's supposed to be, this might be a pick we look at back and be like, damn, he went all the way to 17. But if he doesn't, it's like, because they did take what's his name, Miles Murphy from Clemson like a few years back,
Okay.
edge rusher. And I ain't really
I didn't
heard
know
much about him, and I think they took him closer to like top 10 than right here. So, but
that.
I
Yeah,
ain't
I
mad at
almost
taking a
saw that.
swing at Trace though. I ain't really mad at it. I'm boy Jeffrey, where you been at, Jeff?
Oh
But say,
boy.
bro, Miles defensive line right now, Miles Garrett, Mason Graham, Mike Hall, is gonna be one of the tough defensive lines
I
this year?
forgot they have Mike Hall. Ohio State. Yeah, no, they're going crazy. Ohio State and Michigan on the same line is crazy, first of all. But
Definitely gonna be some beef in that locker room.
yeah, no, that's gonna be crazy. I forgot they had him. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Browns is one of them teams like San Fran, Seattle, bro. Like, if we ain't got nothing else to do, just add to the D line. Like they always
Let's just play defense. We can't play
yeah,
offense. Let's play defense.
just play defense. Yeah, Seattle right here. I don't know nothing about this guy, small school guy, O lineman. Like I
Grace
said,
Abel,
yeah,
I'm giving that an A+, brother. I ain't gonna lie. But he actually went a lot higher than projected because the people I follow with the Giants information and shit like that, Giants Nation, Bobby, and them, they was talking about him for pick 34 for us. So it was like,
Seattle must have
yeah,
really liked him.
Seattle must have super liked him.
Or
I mean, I guess that just kind of the hole they feel like they had a need, and it was like because they in that kind of area where they don't need much.
I thought maybe another wide
Receiver, yeah, maybe, but it's like
value.
to me the way it's still shaked out, yeah, with value. So the way it's shaked out, they could still get a receiver, a nice second receiver in the second round.
Yeah, because
like
you got
Darnold
over there now. So you definitely want to protect them or give them somebody to throw to. So they did the first part, like you said. You definitely can get wide receiver later. Get the better player now. You ain't got to reach for the skill position.
I like Grace Abel. He played all positions.
Okay, I like that. Nothing wrong with that. Shit, he can fill a
Yeah,
hole.
so it's like everywhere, wherever you need him to play, he's gonna play.
Okay, well, off the strength of that, I'm gonna give it an A. And I didn't even know that, brother. Small school guy. Playing 5 positions, getting drafted top 10, gets in the top 20 in the draft.
North Dakota State.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, another NFC South foe, going with Ibuka, Ohio State wide receiver. I mean, yeah, you want to give your number one another weapon. I'm gonna give it a B, strictly just a B. I don't know. I don't really. The Tampa Bay need anything? I feel like was this a luxury pick? Kind of.
That's what I was about to say, but I don't know because I want to give it like a B plus because I feel like you could have used this pick on defense for sure.
Yeah,
you could have used this pick on defense one way or another, whether it's edge rusher, whether it was corner. Like I think you could have used this pick on DB. I think it's cool though because Mike Evans on his way out the door. You got Marquise Goodwin.
Godwin. They got Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. Sorry, I said Marquise Goodwin. Chris Godwin. And then Jalen McMillan.
Are they not fucking with McMillan? Because I thought he was like the
best 3. I mean, I think Ibuka better than him.
Nah, for sure, he's definitely better than him.
I was like, hey, just make him a little fourth, move him over a little bit. He'll have more time when Mike go, because Mike on his way out the door.
Okay,
I'm certain.
You put it that way, that make more sense than getting younger at the position.
Trying to add some logic to it because I don't know.
I mean, Tampa Bay probably like shit. We win our division every year. It's sweet. We could do, whatever
stuff like that. Yeah.
Before we get to the Broncos pick, Jeffrey says the Panthers should have traded down and got more draft picks because they have a lot of issues on that team. Man,
how far down?
I don't think trade downs was really easy this year because I don't really see nobody that traded down besides the Browns. Everybody else traded out completely.
Right.
So it's
I just say how far down.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far.
Yeah, because I do like the fact that they added a weapon. I don't know. They got a corner. They got a D lineman. Yes, they do need help other places, but
they also got other picks too, though, this year. So, but I mean, I'm always in favor of a trade down, but I feel like with T Mac right there, it kind of just made sense to stay right there and just go ahead and take him, especially like we said, because the receiver class first round value is not there all the way. And you don't want to kind of get one of the guys in the second round and then expect him to come in and be more. Because wasn't Leggett like a late round pick? Was he their first round? But they didn't have a first
He was
round
a
last.
second. Yeah, he was their second. They didn't have a first rounder.
Yeah. Unless they plan on moving Chris Godwin, which is a possibility. He's always injured. Yeah, and Tampa Bay also could be probably trying to move on from.
Did they not just pay him? He was a free agent.
They paid Godwin.
If I remember correctly, he was a free agent. For sure, he was a free agent. I know that much. Now, was he restricted free agent and he signed a tender? I don't know.
He re-signed with them 3 years, $66 million.
Yeah.
This year. So, how old is Chris Godwin?
I think he's like 29. He's not super old.
Shit. I don't know why I feel like he's been terrorizing us for a goddamn 10 years.
Yeah, he do seem old. Maybe because that nigga get hurt all the time.
I don't think that helps the team right now. They need help on defensive line, the secondary line. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like last year, we was tearing Tampa Bay ass up on defense, bro. They definitely I don't like that pick. I'm going back. I'm giving that shit a C. I'm sorry. Because I was trying to think.
That's why I said I tried to logically make it make sense. But it's like, I mean,
yeah
it could have been used on the other side.
Ty Bowles a defensive coach, so I was thinking like they defense be right, but like honestly, last year, no, their defense was bad. At least when we was going against them, like Kirk dropped 500 on them, and then next game we played him, I think he had like 4 touchdowns and 300. So, nah, I don't like that. But yeah, thank you for that, Jeff. That's why I fuck with you. Broncos, like I said, this is the best value pick, A++, bro. You got a guy who can play slot outside safety. I mean, he can play everything. And the Broncos defense don't even really need like they just
it was a luxury pick. But it's also like it added so much value. I don't know. It's like having a luxury BMW that it only take $20 to fill up.
Right.
You know how cost effective this is and efficient. But do you see how good it looked?
Wait a minute. Hold on. The Broncos brought in Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. That defense going to be crazy.
It was already crazy.
Bro.
That's going to be, oh my God.
Yeah.
I hate to say Sean Payton doing something over there. And they brought in Evan Ingram too. What the fuck?
Evan Ingram. Yeah. They doing it. They doing that for sure.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir. I ain't gonna lie. I can't be mad at it.
Shit, this is what you can do when you got a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract when you don't sign an old fuck and give him $100 million guarantee. I'm just saying. But this is not time for that. You know, we just did something smart. Not gonna talk about the past. Steelers, F. Get an F, bro. This is my first F of the draft. Like, what are you doing? Why are you adding, like, bro? Adding to a strength, I understand, but like, bro, y'all trying to play into that identity too much, bro. Get a quarterback.
I ain't gonna give it an F. I don't think he's gonna be there when they pick again because they don't have a second rounder. So it was like, I don't have a second rounder. I might as well get it now. Like, I'm not gonna give it an F because of how good Derek Harmon is as a football player.
I was being harsh.
Yeah. I gave him a grade on curve. I might give it a C.
I'm gonna give it a D, bro. I'm sorry. Pause. I can't give anything other than like a bad grade because it's like. So let me ask you this: if they know, I'm not trying to get anybody any temporary charges. If they know in the back of their head like we're either getting A-Rod or Kirk, was that enough not to get a quarterback right here in this position?
No.
Okay, so what?
Not unless you know you're gonna get Aaron Rodgers and you promised him you wouldn't get a quarterback. Like unless that was y'all deal. I'm not getting a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, and Kirk kind of said the same thing. Like he ain't trying to go nowhere if they gonna get a quarterback. So I think he's trying to wait and see.
Right, because they might have. I ain't gonna lie. They might try to pull out 2 years. They may be like, I got 2 more years. I got 1 more. I got 2 more. It's like, no, nigga, you got 1 more. But you know,
what's the plan here? Like.
This is what happens when you get caught up in Aaron Rodgers' foolishness. I ain't gonna lie, I'm so happy.
I'm not gonna hold my off season up on you, and you contemplating retirement.
I'm so happy we got out of that. I ain't gonna lie. Joe cooking this offseason, and he ain't burnt the house down yet. Joe cooking.
Will Johnson fell to the second round. If I'm the Panthers, I'm trying to trade up with the Browns at 33 and get him. Yeah, Will Johnson, I think that medical is scaring teams off. But we see cases like this all the time where they say guys medicals and they end up being fine. But I understand it. I'm not gonna get a car if you're telling me something's wrong with it. To use your car analogy, I'm not. So he's a hell of a player, though. I thought when we was trading up, it was potentially for him. But damn, where Jade went 20th and we picked 20. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, I like Jade. Told him not to sign that relic, but yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Atlanta in a bad way today. It is what it is. We're gonna get that brother gone tonight, hopefully. Sanders has character issues, and that's why he fell. I think they wasn't messing with him with the interview process and the fact that he didn't work out with the Senior Bowl and the combine kind of rubbed teams the wrong way. But really, he just mad because he's a African American male with a father figure in his life, and he feel confident in himself because you can't watch his play last year and say he's not a first round guy. I mean, if the teams didn't like him, they didn't like him. But I don't think he's better than Jackson Dart. I think the Giants might have liked Dart to fit what they want to do better. But like I said, it was other teams in the first round that also needed a quarterback. It's not the Giants' fault he didn't go first round. So
we get blamed for that for some reason. Like we didn't take him, so it's our fault.
I think it's because y'all came back in and everybody thought like, okay, this is it. But if everybody really was in the draft rumors, like everybody was really saying everybody liked Dart over Sanders this whole process. So I already knew, and you told me that y'all coach like he favors
play style. Yeah, he favors the way Jackson Dart plays football. That's his type of quarterback. He has that. He think he Josh Allen light. You know what I'm saying?
This might be what he was trying to do with Daniel Jones. This might be the right version.
I was gonna say, at least I've seen Jackson Dart actually do it. I've seen him be successful on any type of level. I've never seen that from Daniel Jones. But like you said, we're not gonna talk about the past.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up more on Dart because, like I said, I ain't really see. I know I watched that Florida game where he kind of melted down for the playoffs.
Yeah, that'll put a sour taste in your mouth. Pause.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch a little bit more of him. But like I said, I'm all in favor for a quarterback coming in sitting the first year, regardless of who he is. So
that's what I love about it. We'll get to
that. Chargers, I like that pick. Hampton, the Chargers want to run the ball. I love that pick right there. I get that an A. And I like the player too. I feel like he a dog.
Yeah, both. I like the pick and the player based on what they want to do and who he is.
And I didn't know they had Najee Harris over there. I mean, I'm so out the loop in the NFL for real, bro, because we ain't had no money, so I knew we wasn't getting nobody.
They said fuck the whole offseason.
Golden to the Packers. I see some Packers fans upset about this because they like only time we draft a wide receiver is if he's fast but he can't catch. And I feel like to an extent, the Packers do got a lot of wide receivers over there that's like the same skill set.
That was one time, and that is where I'm upset. This is why I give this like a C. Yeah, that's why I give it a C. Because they was looking for a number one this offseason, but then you draft Matthew Golden, and it's like, was y'all just looking for any receiver, or was y'all looking for a number one? Because I don't think he's a number one. Yeah, it's a reach. And they all, like you said, they all the same player. Or they all got the same, they all have met the same plateau, as if I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Like they all reached a certain peak and they all kind of leveled out right there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like you got four guys that's the same type of guy.
Right. I ain't mad at adding another weapon to the room, but it's like how many of the same weapons? You got a lot of Glock 19s over here. Like, can we get some?
Man,
I'm not. In this current climate, I'm not gonna do any gun references. I'm sorry. That's another clip. I would be canceled if I was famous. I ain't gonna lie. But
I think guns is okay.
Okay, we got a lot of Glock 19s over there, but we ain't really got no machine guns. We got a lot of little guys, jet sweep type of guys. Like I like Jaden, what's his name? Reed. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
I like who else they got over there?
Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs.
Yeah, but them two guys can't stay healthy.
What's his name? Wicks.
He's supposed to be the number one for real, but he can't stay healthy for real.
And he can't catch. That's who they was talking about. Romeo Doubs is the one with all the hands, but he ain't got no speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at a C. I feel like that's a reach. And I feel like the Packers slick got played into doing that because the draft was there and they like, man, we never draft wide receiver first. So just do it. And you just took anybody.
Trash.
Vikings going O-line. Like I said, with the O-lineman, man, I don't pay attention to the big guys on the O-line like that. But
Donovan
Minnesota,
Jackson, I'm a monster out of Ohio State. I'm telling you, because watching Bobby Skinner and Giants Nation show, bro, I'm telling you, he's a former offensive lineman, so that's what he talk
okay,
about them a lot.
okay,
So to
cool.
be like, all right, I actually do my research, and he do like breakdowns and shit like that. So I actually sit there and watch the most.
Okay.
Here we go.
Vikings must have been adding to their O-line this offseason a lot because they say they've been retooling it.
Yeah,
I mean, they had a great season last year. So I mean, you come to the draft, you like, fuck it, what do we need to patch up? And the Vikings are a team I can't really think of no immediate need. So go O-line, protect. Who they got a quarterback now? Oh, JJ McCarthy.
it's gonna be JJ. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
unless they pull Aaron Rodgers out of hat.
Somebody said, which I don't understand. I see Jackson Dart as a way better quarterback. So I thought they were even. I don't know if they see him as way better, but it's kind of like when the general consensus is everybody fucking with one guy more than everybody. It's like, I mean, they are basically saying he's a better player than guy that way better at this point. So that's just the way they saw it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell 32 GM scouts that they know more than me. They obviously seeing something, but I think it's political. But I mean, maybe they seeing
I
something.
do too. I
He
don't
said,
think he's a second round quarterback.
right. He says Milroy had higher than Jackson Dart and Sanders. He had the same completion as Cam Ward in college. So I don't think he's that far off as a passer as people think he is. Milroy, I feel like he that quarterback that's like whoever get him, if they can mold him into like what he can be, he gonna be talking about
It's a
something.
lottery ticket. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Shamar Stewart on defense. It's a lottery ticket. And if you hit, you done hit. Funny as hell.
BYOB. What is
BYOB. Bring your own bottle university.
be your own boss? Oh, that's what we be saying that in the
Oh,
place in the chat. Be your own
my
boss.
bad. I thought bring your own bottle. My bad,
Nah,
people.
he ain't holding up to drink. He ain't bringing no bottles.
My bad, people. I only drink bottles of water, people. You know.
Right.
Anyway.
All right, here we go. Jackson Dart. Y'all traded back in with Houston. Yeah, you talk about that while I find these trade details. I'm gonna give it an A.
I give it a A. Like a B plus to an A. I'll say this is Brian Daboll's type of guy, bro. To be honest, he's getting his chance to get his quarterback. Now, will he be around to actually mold that guy? I don't know. But he does have like this year and next year on his contract. So if he can make it through this year, we get anywhere from 7 to 10 wins, then I think he'll last, you know what I'm saying, in order to see what Jackson got. But I like Dart. The more and more I start looking at him, the more and more I start paying attention to him. But I only start paying attention to him when we got some real buzz. I was actually watching quarterback camp, the John Gruden quarterback camp with Jackson Dart. Yeah. Like the whole 50 minutes on YouTube right now. So I was watching that. I don't know. I'm starting to like the guy. I like, I might get canceled for this. I like white guys with swag. I like white guys with some juice. You feel me? Like I like it. So he's somebody I can get behind, like being a fan of the team. I think he got them intangibles. I think he's more of a Jalen Hurts type of.
And I think that's
player.
His got on him too. So
yeah, I think he's more of a Jalen Hurts type of guy, where he kind of needs. I don't think it's going to be all that. I mean, he got a year to learn behind guys.
Yeah.
And no matter what you think about Russ won a Super Bowl. No matter what you think about Jameis was a Heisman winner, the number 1 overall pick, and had 5,000 yards in his football league. So
yeah, he definitely learned it from the right character guys. And I gave him a grade off of strictly need and then actually addressing the need alone.
And I was just about to say that. Like we need a quarterback of the future too. So shit, take your swing. It don't really matter. And I don't think we gave up nothing.
Yeah, no.
Like we gave up pick 34, which is obvious. This is our second pick, so we would give up our second round pick. We gave up pick 99, which is a third round pick, but it was a comp pick. It came from Xavier McKinney joining the Packers. That was never our pick in the first place. And if you know anything about Joe Schoen, anytime we have 2 picks, he don't double up. And except that first time we had the first rounders, but he don't double up. He's gonna always trade that second pick. And then we gave up a future third rounders are easy to come. I ain't gonna say easy to come by, but you can get a third rounder tomorrow. He can recoup that third rounder tonight. You know what I mean? So I don't think we gave up much. I think we really gave up the next year third, which is easy to kind of recruit to me. So
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really too much like the player, but I mean, I'm not gonna be a draft night guy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let it play out. Like you said, is Dayball gonna get that chance? Is it a known thing in his mind, knowing that I can get Jackson Dart and I'm gonna be here? You know, I think Russ with the Giants alone can get you like 6 to 8 wins. I looked at y'all schedule; it don't look 6 to 8, but I mean,
oh no, it's rough.
yeah,
oh no, it's
I don't
rough.
know how y'all even got this schedule because
it's rough. I don't know how they did, why they did this to us. I ain't gonna lie. We supposed to have a last place team schedule. We ain't got one of them. Nigga, the last 3 years we done had top 5 toughest schedules.
Yeah, this look like it got potential to be that because I don't see anybody on y'all schedule that had a losing record last year besides the Saints, Raiders, Bears, and Patriots. Other than that, y'all playing damn near all playoff teams.
And the Bears shit a little tough.
I don't even know if the Niners last year.
But yeah, I give it like a B plus. Let me say though, because I don't think I've ever said this on live. Shedeur was my QB1. As far as playing the quarterback position itself, I think he is the best quarterback in the draft. Now, Dart has all the traits and the intangibles, and he's proven it, and he played in the SEC. So I'm gonna give him, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of benefit of the doubt. And he's a day ball guy. Mobility, he want to take the deep shots, and he tough as hell. I think them is day ball type of guys.
Yeah. I mean, and when y'all like folks gotta understand when you start like really following your team, you understand every team got draft tendencies. Like, like we need a quarterback, but you know what type of quarterback y'all gonna take. Like, I know we need defense, but I know we're not gonna take anybody that got any type of red flags off the field, really.
Yeah.
So
yeah, same way I knew Joe Shane was not gonna use that second pick. That number 99 was never gonna get used. I always knew that.
So we'll see how it play out. Like you said, I thought Shedeur was that, and I know me and you have been talking about it all offseason. Like, it was Shedeur, Cam, and then once Cam became number one, it was Shedeur, but it didn't play out that way. But I feel like off the fact of getting one at 25 alone and getting Abdul, I can't really hate on it too much.
And at 25, he's still a first rounder. You still get the 5th-year option.
There you go.
Cost control.
Another second team, we both double dip right after each other. Yeah, this shocked me, honestly. I was surprised we made a bold move like that, but honestly, we trade up. We always trade up. Yeah, I definitely said it, but I didn't think they had the balls to do it. But Terry, our GM, is on his last straw this year, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, potentially Raheem as well. Like, and I like it. I seen a lot of people kind of was upset about the compensation, but I don't see no problem. Like, we basically split first. We took their first this year. They'll have ours next year. And basically, I seen somebody say, like, the Rams are basically banking that we're not going to be good next year, and we're banking that we will. So I will take that bet. Like, if we're good next year and we win 10, 11 games within our division, our pick is 20 of something, pretty good value. And I think also the player is dependent on the situation too. Like, James Pierce was really supposed to be number one overall like last year if he would have came out.
Right.
So you got like a top 5 edge rusher in the class. I think he fell a little bit because he had a little like off-field issues going on, but it really wasn't like no sexual assault or anything like that. It was kind of like, I think he was just bored at Tennessee, and they kind of questioned like he loved football. I don't really get that vibe from him. Like, I watched his press conference today. He sounded like he ready, like he got a point to prove. And the most thing I really love about him and Walker, I think they like both from Carolina, so they both mad as hell Carolina passed them. So I already know they're going to try to beat the hell out of Bryce Young. So I'm all for that. And, man, I ain't going to lie, like we flipped our defense in one night because our defense was slow as hell last year. Like, you got to be fast in the modern NFL. You got these quarterbacks that can run. Everybody going side to side, all this motion. Like, you got to have something that can combat that. So I like that we add athleticism. So I get out of A. I think we had an A+ night.
Yeah, I think I'm giving y'all an A on that too. Y'all had a need And not only did y'all address the need, y'all reinforced it. So it's like, hey, I ain't mad at it at all. I ain't
Nah,
mad at it at all, to be honest. And like you said, he
I'm
would have
always
went.
fuck them picks.
Yeah, he probably would have went top 5 last draft. So it's
Right.
like, it's the same type of guy with another year of experience under his belt. You can't. And then, like you said, Jalen Walker, that nigga versatile. Yeah, I think y'all definitely changed our defense. I think the DBs and the back end of y'all defense was the best part of y'all defense. But now y'all got some guys to actually attack
It's
the
kind of been
quarterback and
brewing for a
allow them to
little
make some
minute because
plays.
we've been adding on to our front seven. Like we drafted like 3 linemen last year, D linemen, and then we got some other guys that's like coming up on their 4th, 5th year, 3rd year. But we got a lot of young guys on the line, so now it's about coaching them up. And we got a new D line coach, so I'm hoping he can come in here and actually develop. Because I didn't even peep, but we didn't have a different defensive coordinator for the past like 4 or 5 seasons. And that ain't really good for the players' development. I mean, like if you can play, you can play, but like switching schemes and even being taught different every year, that's not really good for a player's development. So hopefully the dude we just brought in can stay for a minute. Hopefully.
Yeah, on that.
Uh
They had 3 and 4 years, I think.
yeah, this is another A. I'm gonna get this an A plus, honestly, just for the simple fact you combining him with Kyle Hamilton. Like, and the fact that they got both of them and they both fell to them and was probably the best safety in the draft. Like I can't really hate on that pick at all.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all. I think I brought that up at the beginning of the show. Like, I love that pick for them, to be honest.
Yeah,
Kyle, they played a lot better with Kyle roaming around in the box last year, so I can see a lot more of that happening.
yeah, and they can do a lot of pre-snap stuff too because they both really can do everything down there. So
Right.
if not the Baron pick with the Broncos, this might be the best value pick in the 1st round to me.
Feel you on that. That's a top 15 talent.
Or the Jahad Campbell with the Eagles, but we'll get to that. All right. 4 more picks. Detroit took a D tackle. Ohio State, man. Ohio State got like everybody in the draft this year.
No, facts.
I feel like
Tyleek is cool.
that made sense.
I feel like Tyleek is cool. I think they reached. I think Tyleek is I think you can trade out that spot and get Tyleek, is what I'm saying.
I don't really know much about him. Maybe, but could possibly the run
on D tackles ain't even start yet.
Yeah, because how many got selected before this? Walter Nolan, and
I
then
think it was 4 prior to this. It was like 4 or 5 prior. It was like 4 prior to this. But they was all guys you kind of knew was gonna be up there. It's a whole group. It's a whole group. That is a good one, Jeff.
And I feel like his stuff he got going on is the reason why he didn't get picked. And Will Johnson also being hurt. Because I feel like they picked the corner, and I think Malachi Starks would have been a pick if he was there. I think they kind of like, damn, he got picked 1 pick before us. But yeah, if you say it's a reach because the run didn't happen yet.
Because it's gonna be, you got Omar Norman Lott left. You got the big dude out of Tennessee. Alfred Collins left. You got Darius Alexander left. He's in that group. It's like 6 to maybe 8 more of them. That's all in the same range to me. Now, maybe they just felt so highly on him. But, like, it's all in the same range to me. I think you can trade back to it. Well, that's if. I can't say trading back is always an option. You got to have 2 to tango. But whoever's at, I know the Patriots might have wanted to jump back up into the 1st or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I probably would have went that route.
Maybe they figured by the next time we pick that run would have happened. So let's get who we like now.
Right, but that's why I'm saying just trade back.
Right.
I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, come back like 5 spots, 5, 6 spots. Get you another draft pick for having to do that, and then get your guy with better value to me.
Yeah, maybe nobody there to tango like Detroit's. I mean, once you picking back here, it's really like, I mean, shit. We just
Chiefs and Eagles had to trade with each other, so I feel you.
Yeah, we just added. I like that Washington pick with them getting the O lineman. You got to protect.
It's great.
Wait, they got Laramie Tunsil too.
Man, it's a great pick for them, bro.
God,
I'm sick. Sad as hell when they did that. First of all, I don't know how he slid so far, but that's a great pick for them. And he gonna play right tackle, I guess. I don't even want to talk about
they
this.
definitely needed some line help over there. Like they ain't need no skill position now on offense. Defensively, they don't really need no corner. They got Marshawn. They then drafted a few corners that ain't really
They
worked
got a
out.
couple corners. They cool. They need. I would say they need a linebacker. Probably need to re-up on the D line, and that's it. Maybe some safety. I don't like Benjamin St. Just maybe some safety help, something like that.
Yeah, but I ain't never mad at protect your franchise guy. Definitely got to keep him upright. So that ain't that's a good pick.
Agreed.
And then Buffalo, Maxwell Harrison, man, I've been peeping on him kind of like a little bit more throughout, like doing mock drafts, just seeing who he was. I think he's a hell of a player, and I think Buffalo definitely needs cornerback help. So I like that pick for them.
Me too. I love that pick. You think they reached? I love Maxwell Harrison as a prospect, though. Like the shit you can't, the intangibles, the traits, as they say.
Yeah, I had him.
The 6 foot, but he's 6'2", the speed.
They already have two good tackles. They need a left guard. I don't really know. He might, and then when Tunsil get out of there, he might go flip back to tackle. I don't really know.
Oh, he does have position versatility, but I don't. Shit, who that other tackle? I think
don't know.
rather
They say
pick him
it's
inside.
need, so maybe he. I don't know, but if you all these linemen, usually be having scheme versatility at this point, or like. But is he a reach? I don't know. I feel like I'm more willing to go off of like tools with certain positions, like corner. If you athletic and you got instincts and stuff like that, I can work with you. I can, try to mold you.
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
And
but
I ain't gonna lie, Deontay Banks is probably a freaking nation. Boy, that nigga won't turn his head around to save his life.
yeah, sometimes it don't work out. But like I said, when you picking back here and you got needs, you kind of got to get what you can get. Because like I said, by next time you come around, you're going to be at pick like what, 60, 58-ish. So the talent's going to be dropped off a little bit. So just go ahead and get who you want. If you picking back here, you a good team anyway. So I like it.
I feel you. I asked if you thought they reached because I read that earlier, that they reached on that. I don't know. I just read it. That's why I asked.
Everybody board be different though. Like everybody don't go off of the general prospect. It's what we need. So he might have been the third, fifth best corner to everybody else, but he might have been their number one. You never know.
True say. True say.
That's how it go. And then like you said, Kansas City and Philly swap picks with each other. Me personally, if I was them, I wouldn't do any business after that ass whooping in the Super Bowl. But yeah, Philly, once again, like always, getting somebody that has no business being there when they draft. I didn't know he issues though. I was wondering why he didn't get drafted.
Yeah, off the field issues.
Not injury. I think he had something wrong with his knee and his medicals. I think something like that.
Okay.
But I like the player though.
Me too. I think. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Okay. Anyway, I feel like I like the player. I hate the fact that he fought to Philly. It's like my division just get better by accident because Josh Connerly, I feel like dropped to Washington too. So I just feel like, yeah, these niggas. We actually got to try to get better. These niggas just get the luck of the draw every time. Andrew Wiley is the Commanders' right tackle right now. Don't know much about him. Can't speak on it. But yeah, they might move Josh Connerly inside. I feel it. No, I like this. I like this pick a lot. Jahai Campbell going with Zach Braun. Shit, if they want to go 3 linebackers, I know they like Kobe Dean too before he got hurt.
bro. It's not fair, bro. Everybody
I
on
hate
your
the Eagles
fans can't be bro. At this point, everybody who starts on your team can't be a
from the
plus.
SEC.
Bro.
Man, a SEC from a plus from the SEC, and
I
that's
mean,
it.
your D line stacked. Secondary, you got 2 guys last year that came in and completely just flipped that unit around. Your O line stacked. You got Saquon. You got 2,000-yard receivers. Like it's not fair. I don't. It's pissing me off. But this is
Tells
how
me
you.
when I hate these niggas.
This is how you stay good. You sit there. You know it's gonna be somebody that fall, and they willing to take those risks. And if it work out, it work out. So
I hate them.
I can't be mad at it. I got to give it an A. But then again, I don't have to see those guys twice a year. Thank God. Finishing off with the Chiefs, logical pick there. O lineman, of course. I mean,
yeah, they got rid of theirs, and they got abused in the Super Bowl. So it just
right. They knew exactly what they were taking the moment that game ended.
Absolutely.
So I get at an A. Pat Mahomes, you gotta keep him upright.
Yeah, definitely give it an A. I think.
But
Josh Simmons was high rated too. So yeah.
Right. So that's the first round. Second round is tonight at like 7. So
it's about an hour. Yeah.
So definitely gonna tap in with you on that. But I'm gonna tap in on the draft, but I'm definitely tapping out at 9:30 because I'm gonna be watching this Lakers game.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I ain't gonna lie.
Team pressure last year. Yeah, I mean they probably gonna slide him inside then, but Tunsil's old a little bit, ain't he though? Tunsil been in the league for a minute. Or no?
Yeah. I don't know. I think so. It feel like it.
I mean, I remember he had the mask.
I feel like that gas mask video. Yeah, I feel like that was yesterday.
That was like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, man, it was a good draft. Like you said, I'm glad we both came out happy. I mean, even LA came out happy. So
yeah, I'm glad.
We all came out. I'm glad this year we're not getting clowned. I mean, last year was, could you imagine last year was for us? Everybody was shitting on us. So
I feel you on that.
Just to turn around and say we were smart for doing it once he started playing. So hey, I'm happy with it. But man, y'all folks definitely. Kyrie talking about I didn't come out happy. You're not messing with the tight end, bro. They go watch your highlights or something, bro. Or I don't know. I'm gonna trust that Ben Johnson can evaluate tight end talent.
Colston loves him, man. He cool. Sure.
I mean, if anything, y'all got Cole Kmet. So if bro don't work out, y'all just go to the other tight end. Or go to DJ Moore, go to Roma Dunze. You got a lot of pieces over there. I think Ben Johnson is going to be their biggest X factor, though, regardless of anybody they add. And that O-line just revamped. Thanks for taking our center. I'm not happy about that. But,
and the Chiefs guard.
Yeah, they didn't took everybody. But, man, for sure, make sure y'all subscribe to both channels. Make sure y'all tap in. I don't know if we're going to get a second round recap in. Probably not. But I'm definitely going to try to get y'all some more waste of time. I'm so glad I'm not one of these people that's upset with the picks this year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Pick no sense for the Bears. I thought they need more help on pass rush. I agree. But I don't know. I don't really have no love for the Bears because Ryan Poles, I seen him a little snickering last year when we drafted Penix. So, now you the one doing some crazy shit. So, hey, y'all Bears fans, get on his ass. But, man, for sure. Hey,
nothing about nothing.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with my selection.
Yeah, me too.
Man, y'all folks, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on, follow the social medias, and yeah, man. Till next time we see y'all folks later, man.
Yes, sir.